Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on my channel. The Vespa has stopped working, was leaking fuel, so today we will check out how to fix and clean the carburetor. Following the drops of fuel is easy to understand where the fuel leaks, from the carburetor box. So first of all, we must close the shut-off fuel valve. Unbolt the screw and get access to the carburetor box. Remember, don't lose any piece, bolt or something. And check this out how I found the fuel line. Disconnected, and there was no clamp holding it. I found the fuel leak. It is also time to rebuild and clean the carburetor. Remove the refilter and unbolt the two screws on the side. The big one in the center regulates the minimum RPM. Of course, we will clean also the air filter. Unscrew the two big bolts that hold the carburetor, and before remove you must disengage the choke air starter command. Then remove the accelerator command. In this case the fuel line is already disconnected. Help yourself with the pliers and remove the noose that is connected to the choke command. To disengage the accelerator, just raise the hook. Then unscrew the two big bolts that hold the carburetor in place. Then remove bolt, washer and any rubber seal that you must keep, because you're gonna reuse it. To remove the carburetor you must push a little bit forward, in order to disengage the screw that regulates the air-fuel mixture ratio. I pick up a rubber washer that has dropped. Now let's start to clean the carburetor. I use the same fuel to clean the carburetor, but you may use some nitro thinner or something, whatever you want. Big syringe to take it. Prepare a pot, and you need a gasket rebuild kit. Before manage any fuel, gasoline or thinner, I suggest you to use gloves. Don't use a latex gloves. Use a knitted gloves, which are much more resistant. Keep also the old gaskets until you finish the job. Here we have a gasket, another one made by rubber, a little filter which you're gonna reuse it. This fuel filter is fragile, so be careful. Now we disassemble the main jet, which is subdivided by the main jet, the mixer tube and the main air correction jet. Now the idle jet. This screw regulates the minimum opening of the throttle valve, so also the minimum RPM of the engine. So disengage the throttle system and watch out because it's spring loaded. This is the throttle valve. When you open the gas, you just move this one. This is the mixture screw. It has also a spring and watch out for the tip, you must preserve it. Now disengage the choke mechanism. Unscrew the 8mm bolt and get access to the floating chamber. You must be very careful for the floating needle and the floating pin. Let's take a look how it's work. When the fuel gets in the floating chamber, the float rise and block the floating needle. When the chamber gets empty, the floating needle allows more fuel to get in. Now, you probably don't appreciate in the cam, but it's a lot of dirt inside, in many parts it's not shiny and it is very dark, we must clean up. We have a little jet here. This is the choke jet. It's changed the air-fuel mixture ratio for a cold start. Very important is to clean the floating chamber. There is where you collect most of the dirt. As I told you before, you may use fuel, thinner, or there are a lot of products which may help you, as the carburetor cleaner. Always check out the description for any other information. Clean all the jet perfectly. All the hole must be very clear. If you have an air compressor, it's very helpful to clean all the hole. Otherwise, if you are using a can of a carburetor cleaner, it will be good enough also. All the hole must be clear, you see, must be clear on both sides. Let's clean to the carburetor, an air blow also here, and then we are ready to reassemble all. In some part you may use a brush like this. In some case, as for the floating chamber, use a paper towel and with the finger make some pressure until it gets clean. If you want to do a perfect job, the brush is not enough. The most important place where to blow air is where the jets were located. Clean the carburetor only in an open and vented place. Wear gloves, eyes protection and mask. When you blow air, drops of fuel, tin or whatever you're using go around, so take care of yourself. This little filter the fuel before it's go in the carburetor. Clean softly, and if you blow with the air compressor, don't use the maximum pressure because you're gonna break it. We may now start to reassemble everything. Start with the main jet. Don't tighten too much, the aluminum is soft. Proceed with the other jet. The idle jet go here. Once you finish with the other jet, pass to the choke jet, which go here. Choke jet is close to the choke mechanism. Reassembly the choke system. This is without gaskets. Time to open the gaskets kit. Now we have to replace all the seal. Start with the hook throttle cable. Just pull and change the seal, which should be included in the kit. So replace the rubber washer. I suggest you to replace each gasket one at a time, so you may be sure that it's the same. Using some lubricant will make your job easier. That's it. Let's take a close look to how to reassemble the hook throttle slave. So you put the spring, you engage the slave throttle and you put the spring again. Must be spring loaded. Like this. Reinsert in the carburetor as I'm showing you. Then keep with the one finger close and screw the two bolts. This is the throttle idling adjusting screw. When you screw in, you just open a little bit the slide, which allows to pass more fuel and keep the minimum RPM you require. Go to the cap and remove the old gaskets. A quick clean also here. Replace the gaskets also here. Clean the screw, and the screw has also his own gaskets. So replace the gaskets, and this is ready. This is the cap, and now it's full clean. Now we have to clean the floating. So take the screw apart. The float is engaged by this little pin. So remove. To remove, you may help yourself with a screwdriver or something. Just push and leave it. This is the floating element. Check out must be without any fuel or liquid inside. What is just dropped is the float needle. This is what is close the amount of fuel coming in the floating chamber. Replace the gaskets also here and replace with a new one. Of course, a little clean also here. This is the fuel hose connection, and you have two gaskets here. One between the screw and the hose connection, and the other one between the hose connection and the carburetor. The reason why I suggest to substitute the gaskets one by one is because you may easily recognize which one go there, and plus more, there is some place where there is no gasket. For instance here, there was no gaskets, and I have no doubt, but I could spend a lot of time to recognize it if all the gaskets were removed. Very carefully clean the float needle. The rubber tip must be clean and in good shape, otherwise we not close the fuel. Put the float needle in the floating element. Insert from the side and insert the float needle in his housing. If well clean, must be smooth in the movement. Then block the float with his own pin. The hand must be almost flush in both sides. Minchia, I forgot the gaskets. Then again, remove it. Put the new gaskets and reassembly following the same procedures. Reassemble the fuel filter, perfect. And now you can remount the caps. In the caps you have a gasket below and the gasket above between the screw and the caps. So insert and screw in. When you handle these parts, watch out, don't push too much the floating, it may broke. Now you may reassemble these parts. Just for the appearance, I will clean the carburetor tags. The longer screw go here. You may see the thread go in the carburetor. Take back your 8mm wrench and reassemble the cap. In order to have a smoother compression of the gaskets, tighten side by side each screw until you screw all. Okay, let's say we almost finished. Almost, because we need to clean the air filter. If you bought a gaskets kit, you may have more gaskets than you need, just because these kits are for many kind of carburetors. For instance, my kit is for SCI 24 and SCI 20. Minchia, I forgot the fuel connection hose. No problem, you need a gasket in the base, then the fuel connection hose and another gasket before the screw. I suggest you to give the last tighten once you mount this, because here you have to put the fuel hose. You may also evaluate to put the fuel hose before connect this to the carburetor. If you want to maintain the carburetor tags, engage it on one of the screws. Last tighten by hand. This is the air fuel adjusting screw. You must tighten all in until the end, then unscrew of 1 turn and a half. Any other regulation with the engine running. Quickly into the air filter, a quick blow and it's finished. There is also a rubber hose which go below the carburetor, which must be connected in the basement of the block of the engine. Once you found the correct position of the fuel hose, you may tighten. Before you connect the hose, insert a clamp. This will avoid the disconnection of the fuel line due to the vibration of the engine. Insert the hose until the end and block with the clamp. Like this is a good job. How to reassemble everything? This go here. Watch out for the rubber washer. Then you have to bolt and the gaskets that connect the carburetor to the carter. This is the throttle command and must be connected to the accelerator cable. And then the choke to the choke command. The funniest part of this job is connect both bolt without move the gaskets below. It's too late, I'm tired, I will do tomorrow. So I disconnect the fuel connection hose and I will see tomorrow, I will invent something. Okay, I must put the gaskets between the carburetor and the carter, but it slides. So how to do that? Just put some grease. The grease will stick the gaskets to the carburetor and will be easier to fix it. You need just a little bit, as you see, just need to keep the gaskets. Now we don't have to worry anymore about the gaskets. Put the carburetor on position and slide a little bit to center all the screw. Start with the air mixture adjusting screw, then align the other two bolts. Be sure that the gaskets is in the right position, otherwise will not work well. Now that everything corresponds, start to screw the two bolts. Leaving some play will help you to reconnect the choke and the throttle cable. Reconnect the choke and check it. It's working. If your Vespa is equipped with a separate oil mixer, the throttle cable must be connected also to the oil mixer. Use pliers with a screwdriver and will be an easy job. Now you may finish to tighten the two bolts that keep the carburetor in the carter. To have a smooth compression of the gaskets, I suggest you to tighten a little bit from each side until you finish to the final tighten. Now that the carburetor is well fixed, you must reconnect the fuel connection hose. This must be done with the gasket on the both sides of the fuel connection hose. Reposition the air filter. Just align the minimum adjusting screw and then put the two bolts that hold the air filter and you finish. Put the cover. This is soldered just by 2 screws. After a month using this Vespa there was absolutely no problem, any fuel leak, any oil leak, so I solved all my problem. Thank you for watching this video, stay tuned, leave thumbs up, remember, and subscribe to this channel.